Alright, we are back with race 3. This will be held on DK Mountain. Very interesting track. A lot of visuals on this one, but also quite a quick track. So there'll be 12 laps to this race. A quick look through of the map, of course based off a Mario Kart track. Winding start, couple of obstacles here before they get shot up to the mountain. Drop down here just below the big angry face. Go round the rocky cliffside, down the bumps, hoping not to fall off. Past some more obstacles, round a couple of hairpins, lots of obstacles down here, and there is also a sneaky little shortcut that you can fall into here, which will mean you don't have to go all the way down to this hairpin and make some time back. And down the straight across the bridge and across the line. So we'll get the marbles into their starting positions. We have one newcomer today, that's Skyline R34 Sedan, joining as the last of the purple marbles. So the next 5 followers will get a special blue marble, and that'll be the last of these special coloured marbles. So we have Space Egg, Wood, Logan, King Barto, Bois, Side Effects, Shady, James, Jake, School of Thugs, Quarantine Cheese, Ryder, Magic Monkey, and Skyline. So let's get this race underway. So lights count down, and they are off the very gradual start. Up into the first of the S-beds, gaining some big speed here. Going to slow this down a little bit more. Lots of boost there. Bido taking that lead. Nope, Quarantined then taking it back as they fly up through the air. Quarantined in first, Magic Monkey going for the overtake in the air. Bois in third, Shady getting past Ryder. Ryder's still fighting for that top spot. So they drop down. Looks like Magic Monkey's getting a good runaway into first. We could see a repeat of the previous race here. Bois in second, Shady taking the third spot, Ryder fourth, Quarantine Cheese fifth. No, coming past Ryder into fourth. Space Egg also jumping over Ryder. Bois getting slowed down on the slopes by the obstacles. Gonna need a bit of a wide angle shot here to see what's going on with everyone. There's a few back runners being held up there. This is only the first lap of 12. Lots of obstacles to hit into. You could make back a lot of time on this, especially with the shortcut. Magic Monkey holding that first spot from Shady. Shady's going to get a bad bounce there off the coconut. And another bad bounce. He may be stuck. Shady may have got stuck. Hope they push their way through. Fortunately, still holding that position. Magic Monkey cruising around in first. And Shady holding that second spot, getting a bump there. Will anyone make the shortcut? Space Egg gets into the shortcut, taking that first spot away from Magic Monkey. Is anyone else going to get it? It doesn't look like it. Skyline getting held up here with Jake, Wood, and School of Thugs. King Barto and Logan trailing behind today. No one else getting into that shortcut as we go into the trees. Magic Monkey crossing the bridge, going to cross the line in first. Space Egg coming through with the second. Bido in third, Quarantine Cheese in fourth. Shady in fifth, but James is hot on the tail, making the overtake as they come up to the line. We'll be taking that spot, taking the 5th place away from Shady. Then we have Bois, Side Effects, and Ryder side by side. Ryder nearly losing off the edge of the track there. As they come up to the obstacles here. It's Cheese, Bido, James and Shady neck and neck there. Were getting past Rider, side effects getting overtaken by Skyline, School of Thugs bumping side effects up to the tube. Then Wood, Jake the Snake and Barto, Logan trailing behind. So we fly up to the top of the mountain. It looks like Magic Monkey's actually lost some spots and Cheese is taking that first place. Space Egg just behind. Big bounce by Space Egg there. So we have Budo. We're flying through there, carrying big speed, not quite getting past Budo though, but managing to take a place from Skyline. Then it's Wood, Side Effects, Shady and School of Thugs. So go down to the hairpin areas. It's very hard to keep everyone in with this track with all the obstacles blocking the view. Trying to keep on top of all these marbles. But here is where positions can really change with all these coconuts. Magic Monkey has got stuck, but a bump from Boer gets them back on the track. It does mean they're all together there. Space Egg not going down the shortcut this time. Cheese and Budo second and third just behind. Boer gets a bump there. So does Skyline, everyone competing for this fourth spot. No one getting into that shortcut zone. Bad bounce by Space Egg, but Cheese manages to help with the recovery. But it does mean Budo gets to gain some places. Skyline, Side Effects and Magic Monkey just behind. Then Boer and Shady. Shady getting a bump from Wood there. Help gain a bit of momentum. No one taking the shortcut on this lap. So we have Ryder, Jake, Logan and King Barto at the back. Budo taking the fastest lap on lap 2. Big bounces into that first corner. Cheese getting a good run through there on Budo. Bounce there, may have lost time trying to take the inside line but losing some speed. Space Egg will be taking this first spot around this corner. Cheese and Budo fighting for the second place. Skyline coming through without hitting anything. Magic Monkey, Shady Place, Side Effects, neck and neck. Boer coming through with Wood coming through even quicker, but it's going to get blocked. Yes, gets blocked by Boer. School of Thugs and James behind, then Ryder, Jake, King Barto and Logan both competing at the back. Back up to the front runners because there could be some change of positions here in the rocky area. Looks like SpaceX holding this first spot. Budo is trying to gain some time. Will anyone get a good bounce down here? Budo gets a really bad bounce, meaning Skyline. No, Skyline won't take the spot. Skyline getting a bounce off the ramp, meaning Quarantine, Cheese and Shady gets to nab the spot. 2 spots down for Skyline there. Wood with the fastest lap. Wood being very good at getting fastest laps on these tracks. Jake making their way up through the air. Quarantine taking the inside line here, getting past Budo. Budo not able to get them out of the way. Then Shady and Skyline. They're our top 5 in the points. Budo with a bad bounce there. Shady might be able to take the overtake. Do they secure it? No, they get bumped there. Space Egg and Cheese rolling past the shortcut. Skyline and Shady side by side. Shady taking a bit of a run off ahead. Again, no one on that shortcut. One of these back runners could take the shortcut and gain some big positions. Boer and Magic Monkey. It looks like Cheese has actually taken the first spot down here, but side by side with Space Egg, going for the block as they go down to the final straight across the bridge. There are invisible walls on this bridge, fortunately, so we won't be losing anyone there. As Quarantine Cheese takes that first spot, fastest lap as we're going into lap 4 currently. Budo coming through with that 3rd spot. Shady plays in 4th. Skyline coming through with the 5th spot. Shady taking that fastest lap. Space Egg taking the lead back from Cheese and flying off into the tunnel, trying to make some distance. Cheese coming through just behind. Budo Gaming in 3rd. Shady gets a bad bounce there, which means Skyline could make up a bit of time here. And Shady has got stuck. Shady is stuck in the tunnel, meaning Skyline just creeping through, and there goes Shady, fortunately releasing themselves. Bua and Ryder coming through now. Again, bad bounces. There's some bad bounces in this tube today. Magic Monkey going through. School of Thugs is closely followed by Wood. James, oh, School of Thugs had a bad hit there, and so is Wood. They're both stuck in the tube, meaning James and Side Effects go flying through. Logan also flying through. So you go and see what's going on with the front runners. Space Egg has taken a bit of a distance on the lead as Cheese and Budo are fighting for that second place. On the bounces here, Shady running the edge of the course, very close to going off. Skyline and Magic Monkey neck and neck going down here. Skyline trying to hold that 5th position. Magic Monkey getting a bad bounce there. We'll check if anyone manages to get the shortcut down here. Budo does. Budo cutting in to rob that top spot with a big gap on Space Egg. Budo has flown into the lead here. Ryder, did not mean to click that. Ryder actually took the fastest lap of that last lap. Looks like Skyline has got themselves stuck here. This is not good news for them. They're going to need to get knocked out. It looks like they're creeping. Ryder giving them a budge to help them out. Which means Skyline, Jake and Ryder are neck and neck here. Shady plays in 4th. Magic Monkey in 5th. Unfortunately, Skyline losing a lot of positions down to 9th. Now going down to 10th. Managing to block out School of Thugs for 11th. So School of Thugs has made the overtake. So now Skyline is quite far out of the points. Back to the front runners. Budo is making gains. Cheese and Space Egg are side by side. A bit of contact there, slowing them both down. Just giving Budo even more time to get away. Shady just coming through now, steadily round the corner for that 4th spot. Budo securing the fastest lap from that one thanks to the shortcut. James, Side Effects. Side Effects being overtaken by Logan here. Bit of fighting between Logan and James. As they head through to the tunnel. James gets through clean. Logan also and Side Effects. Back up to the front. Budo is still holding the lead. Cheese in 2nd, Space Egg in 3rd. Now I'm trying to focus on as much of the race as I possibly can, try not to miss anything. But the marbles are so spread out across this track that it is hard to keep an eye on everyone. So I think I'll keep my main focus around the top 5 as they're the ones competing for points. But if there is any excitement going on further back, I'll try and get some view on it. And Cheese has got stuck on one of the coconuts. Budo having trouble as well. I mean, Space Egg managed to get some gain. Cheese has released themselves. Budo bumping there. Space Egg gives a little nudge to help them out. And Budo takes the shortcut again. Budo very good with this shortcut gameplay. Extending the lead even further on lap 5. This is looking very good for Budo so far. Shady also sneaking in with the shortcut. Just holding off Space Egg there. Shady steals that 2nd place, knocking Space Egg to 3rd. Cheese to 4th and Magic Monkey to 5th. Then we have James, Skyline, Jake, Ryder, Wood, Bua, Side Effects, King Barto, School of Thugs, and Logan. So back up front, Budo is absolutely flying through the course now. Still holding that fastest lap. Drug test Budo. Yes, we might need to check if Budo's been up to some dodgy stuff. They get another shortcut. Going to be very suspicious. Maybe they just know this track too well. Got it all worked out. So Shady plays coming through that second place up the tunnel. Space Egg with third, Cheese with fourth, and Magic Monkey with fifth. So let's watch these top three come down here. Budo seems to have a clean run through. Shady also looking clean, very smooth bounces there. Space Egg making contact with that triangle, going to lose some time there. Shady gaining a bit on Budo there actually, with a very good run down the mountain. Bit of contact means they have slowed down, but they might get a better exit on this corner. Space Egg gets a bad bounce there, meaning Magic Monkey and Cheese can make some time up. But can Shady gain on Budo, even with Budo's two shortcuts? Shady is making some good time. As I say that, Shady's losing a bit of time on these coconuts. Space Egg's lost a lot of time there, with Magic Monkey actually coming through to take that third spot, but they are fighting his for it back. Budo not taking the shortcut this time, clearly heard what I was saying. Choosing not to take it. Space Egg managing to hold that third spot with Magic Monkey fourth and Cheese fifth. No one in the top five getting that shortcut. So Budo again making a bit of a breakaway. Second, third, fourth and fifth fairly close together. This could change up as we go towards our seventh lap of the race. We're just passing the halfway mark. James coming around in sixth, Ryder in seventh, King Barto eighth, Skyline ninth, Side Effects 10th. School of Thugs has managed to go to the back of the pack once again. They have not been doing well today. So Budo going into the tube. Will they get a smooth exit? Not too bad. Competing for that second spot, Shady has got people all over them. Space Egg stealing that second spot. So does Cheese into the third, taking that away from Shady. And Magic Monkey is also taking a spot away from Shady. Note, they are fighting for that spot. He is not going to give it up that easily. So Space Egg moves up to second. Shady actually gets third. But Cheese almost make a break there. Magic Monkey does, also knocking Space Egg. Space Egg gets to keep hold of that second spot, but he's being tailed very closely by Magic Monkey in third. Shady fourth, Cheese in fifth as they go down the bouncy section. Magic Monkey and Space Egg both collide there. Shady comes flying through with a bit of speed, so does Cheese. Budo is making good ways through the track there, keeping that distance in first. Magic Monkey trying to go down the inside here, taking that second spot from Space Egg. Shady in fourth, Cheese in fifth. It's all to play for that second position. Budo getting held up on the coconuts here. Will anyone else get held up, or will someone be able to make some time? Shady coming through to steal that second place. Bad bounce there, might make some time for Space Egg. So we see the shortcut section coming up here. Will anyone be able to get a jump down the shortcut? Shady takes the shortcut. Big bounce off that bounce pad though. So Shady steals first place from Budo. Budo moves down to second. Space Egg third, Magic Monkey fourth, and Quarantined Cheese fifth. So it's all getting exciting for these top five. This top spot is getting closer. Shady has a decent distance on Budo, Budo an even bigger distance on third place. The battle for third place is tough here. Magic Monkey currently holding the spot. Space Egg getting a bounce there, meaning Cheese sneaks into fourth, Space Egg in fifth. Budo Gaming still holding the fastest lap of this race. As Shady and Budo are now neck and neck. Budo is right behind Shady here. They need smooth entry into the tunnel. They do. Budo actually making the overtake here with more speed up into the air. Absolutely flying away. Budo is on a roll today. Budo drops in, hitting the triangle, but it looks like it's in a worse position for Shady. No, Shady actually glides through there to get over the mountain to see how they both come down this bit here. Budo with a very smooth run, very clean bounces. Shady's got to do a lot to try and beat that, and does not do well at all, rebounding from side to side. Magic Monkey getting a good distance here on into third. Space Egg and Quarantine Cheese fighting for that fourth spot. Good bounces by Magic Monkey, very clean down there. Space Egg losing some speed there. Quarantine Cheese getting some good run off. Very clean bounces. Space Egg ricocheting from side to side. Losing a lot of time separating out the top 5. Oh, and Boer has managed to get stuck on one of the coconuts on the previous lap. This is not good for Boer. No one is able to hit them free. We have an obstruction. Someone might be able to hit them free now, but they will be a lap behind, so it looks like Boer may be facing a DNF in this race. Unfortunately for them. So up in front, Budo taking the normal route. Shady and Monkey doing the same, second and third. Cheese with the fourth. And Space Egg with the 5th spot. No one going into that shortcut area. So as they go down to the straight, let's take a look further back. So we have Side Effects coming through in 6th. Might be able to get a bump on Boer, and they do. And Boer is now free, but a lap behind. King Barto in 7th. Ryder in 8th. Wood in 9th. Skyline in 10th. Boer taking a shortcut there just to try and make back some time. Jake the Snake in 12th, School of Thugs 13th, and James back there in 14th. Doesn't look like anyone else is taking this shortcut. And then we'll go check on the front 5. Does not look like it. So the first 5 are now coming up into the mountain. Budo still holding that first spot. Magic Monkey in 2nd. Shady plays in 3rd. Clean bounces again by Budo. He is just relentless in that top spot, with Magic Monkey trying their absolute hardest to gain pace on Budo. Shady coming through in the 3rd spot, taking the inside line with some clean bounces as well, some good speed, but hit on the rocks at the end. Cheese coming through, cleaner line, carrying even more speed than Shady. Spacer coming through is going to hit the triangle and get a bad rebound there. Boer coming down, unfortunately a lap behind, so no need to worry there. Trying to make ways, unlapping themselves from the top spots. So Magic Monkey with a bit of a bump there. Budo is pulling away on that first spot again. Magic Monkey trying to gain in 2nd. Will Shady be able to hit the shortcut and try and cut in front of Budo? It does not look like it. Shady holding that 3rd spot. Budo past the shortcut zone now, which means he has secured 1st as he comes around towards lap 10. Space Egg and Cheese bumping each other there. Space Egg taking the shortcut, jumping in front of Shady. Quarantine Cheese not quite getting into that shortcut. We have King Barto in 6th here. Just outside of the points, will they be able to try and pull one over on Cheese and jump in front of them with a shortcut? Side Effects back in 7th, Wood in 8th, Skyline 9th, Ryder 10th, Jake 11th. School of Thug 12th, Logan 13th, James 14th, and Boer a lap behind in 15th. Back to the front runners. It looks like there's a competition for second here. Magic Monkey seems to have got himself stopped on the obstacles. This is very bad for Magic Monkey, losing 2 places there already. Space Egg taking that 2nd place, Shady taking that 3rd place. Bit of a bump there. Will anyone hit Magic Monkey free? Quarantine taking 4th. This could be King Barto's chance to get into the points. So he's coming through with the back runner Bois. Let's see what happens with King Barto here. Will they make it through smooth, or will one of them knock Magic Monkey? They get through. King Barto takes that 5th place. So it looks like Magic Monkey is going to be stuck there for a while. We'll come back and check soon. Buddo absolutely flying. Massive gap from 1st to 2nd. Have to mess up really bad to lose that spot. Shady in the 2nd place. Good bounces there. Space Egg coming down in 3rd. Usually hits the triangle. Looks like today this one's going to be the same. Yep, not as bad though. Quarantine Cheese also coming down in 4th, with the back runner Bois just behind. Bit of a hit on the triangle there, unfortunately. Losing a bit of time, which means King Barto could make some pace here in 5th. Slight hit off the side, not the best route through. Buddo avoiding the shortcut once again. Get a nice overview here and see what happens on this part of the track. Shady in that 2nd place, also not taking the shortcut. Space Egg, Quarantine Cheese side by side here. King Barto trying to make up some time. Making some contact with Bois though. Don't know if that's helping or slowing King Barto down. Space Egg past the shortcut onto the normal route. Cheese doing the same. King Barto might be in shortcut territory here, and they are. They go from 5th up to 3rd, jumping in front of Space Egg and Quarantine Cheese. As we are on lap 11 now, and it looks like Magic Monkey has been unstuck from position. It looks like they are 9th. They are now 8th, getting past side effects, just behind Skyline 7th, Ryder in 6th. Quarantine Cheese 5th, Space Egg 4th. King Barto pushing through to try and take 2nd here, gaining on Shady. Buddo is long gone up the mountain. Still holding that fastest lap, which is no surprise to anyone, I'm sure. It looks like this is Buddo's track. Not a good run down the mountain. Usually Buddo gets a very quick run down there with that hit on the triangle, but he has got time to play with. As Shady is only just coming up to the mountain. Buddo can take a leisurely stroll down the hill. Shady coming around now. Let's see how Shady comes down. Looks like it's going to be a central route, hitting the triangle, losing some time. King Barto can now try and make up some time if he gets a good route down here. Well, they miss the triangle, they tap it, but don't lose as much time as Shady, which means they can gain on Shady slightly here. Then we have Space Egg. We're still trying to gain some time back on the front runners from a lap behind. And then Cheese. And then Skyline. Side effects. And Ryder. Buddo. I think Buddo just took the shortcut again. I don't know if I just missed that because I was not looking down at the track at that point. I was watching the leaderboard, but I am 99% sure that Buddo just hit a shortcut again, because Buddo doesn't already have enough distance in first. King Barto taking 2nd place. King Barto has been coming through this race, coming through in the last few laps, making big gains from, if I remember correctly, just outside the points to now being in the top 2 and fighting for that 2nd spot with Shady. Space Egg 4th. And Cheese in 5th. Buddo is now long gone into the lead as we're on the last lap. Already heading into the tunnel. clean entry, of course. King Barto, then Shady, bit of a gap between them. Side Effects has got a little bit stuck there, but it's going to be bumped free by Skyline. Neither of them will be taking this shortcut. Ryder is just behind them, might be able to gain a bit of time with the contact they made. Skyline with a bad hit on the corner, so allow Ryder to come through, but actually boosting Skyline. And towards the back we have Magic Monkey, James, School of Thugs, Jake, Wood and Logan. Will any of these jump into the shortcut? It looks like Jake may be in line for it. Yes, Jake takes the shortcut here, jumping in front of Magic Monkey to take 9th. And all the rest have gone round normally. But it's already near the bottom of the mountain. As further back there is competition for 2nd. It looks like Barto has actually dropped out of that fight for 2nd. Shady is now back up into 2nd, Space Egg in 3rd. Bad hit there, King Barto coming through in 4th. Bad hit there for King Barto as well. Budo might be stuck. No, they have recovered. It looked like they lost quite a lot of time there, but they have a lot of time to lose. So this is all switched around while I was watching the back runners having their competition. Was not expecting this much position change with the gap they had between them. Budo is stuck. Budo is stuck on the last lap of the race, 2nd half of the course, but is probably going to get hit free by Shady. But this means no, Shady makes the overtake. Shady has taken 1st from Budo. Budo's still stuck on the pin. This is not good news for Budo. Space Egg knocking Budo free. And Budo jumps into the shortcut to take that top spot back. Bad news for Shady. It was looking so positive there for Shady. King Barto coming through, not taking the shortcut as we come through to the final straight. That was very scary there at the end for Budo. It was looking very promising for Shady, but you know what Budo is like with these shortcuts on this track as they come down to the final straight of the race. It looks like it's going to be Budo taking the win. Shady coming through in 2nd. Space Egg holding that 3rd spot from King Barto. So Space Egg takes 3rd. King Barto coming through with a 4th place. Quarantine Cheese taking the last spot in the points with 5th. And Word just going through to the last lap now. A lot of people in the chat complaining about Budo. What can we say? Budo just knows this track. It's the way of the race. Maybe if this track makes a return next season, the rest of you focus on that shortcut a bit more. Because that shortcut did some big work for Budo. Anytime it looked like Budo was in trouble, they just flew into that shortcut, jumped back into that top spot. So Skyline in 6th, just 1 spot out of the points unfortunately. Side Effects in 7th, Ryder in 8th, School of Thug 9th, Jake in 10th, James in 11th, Magic Monkey down in 12th after such a good start, Wood in 13th, Logan in 14th, and Boer is going to be 15th, but I think it is going to be a DNF. They only have 30 seconds to cross the line. Unfortunately, we cannot DNF Budo. Budo did win fair and square. Some of these tracks do have shortcuts in them, and Budo just performed better on this track and made better use of the shortcut. There are some later tracks which have more shortcuts in them than this track, so there could be a lot of switching positions there, and a lot of happiness and unhappiness throughout the race. So you can look forward to that later in the season. So as we wait for the race to finish, I will start inputting these results. So interestingly, looking at Budo here, they've waited until after the race to then just chill out and go steady, as they've been overtaken by quite a few people after the race finish, and they've now got themselves stuck on a coconut. So just to rub in the fact they won, they've now decided not to race anymore and are chilling out by the coconut. So the leaderboards have been updated. I will just bring them through to the stream now. Right. So the top 5. And the entire leaderboard. Okay. So with that race over, the last race of today, and the third race of the pre-season, here are the results. So in the first spot overall now, we have Budo on 9 points. We have Boer and Magic drawn on 6 points still. Side Effects with 5 points. Wood with 4 points, drawing with Shady. Jake, Logan and Cheese and Space Egg all on 3 points. King Barto on 2 and the rest are on 0.